They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet. A second time. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
That one good for 37 yards.
And CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we can at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there.
And that, in a nutshell, shows you what this guy is made of. I mean, most guys in the NFL just can't do that. He absorbed the contact, refocused himself, and made a break for the end zone.
First carry for the Boise State Bronco, Alexander Madison.
He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
These two teams, you may remember, they met up at Soldier Field earlier this season with the Bears winning that one. So a victory here in Lambeau would give them a sweep of the season series.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Draw play, Madison takes this to the 32, maybe the 31. Defensively, they rally quickly after the broken tackle. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3.
That call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. They'll set up a throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Touchdown, Chicago! A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Bears have taken the early lead on the road here at Lambeau.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Throwing to start the drive. Far. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
On 2nd down, a run with Gibson.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
7 yards there and a 1st down. The Packers are 1-2 through the first 3 weeks of the season. And they got off to a good start, but then 2 straight losses since.
And now you start to wonder about what this does for a team's morale, how it affects their psyche, because let's face it, you work all summer pointing toward that opening game, you get the win, but then you don't carry it on from there. How will they bounce back from these losses and try and get right?
So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called.
The give to the fullback on the dive. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. It's a gain of 7 on the ground. 2nd down coming up.
And that's a nice gain by him on 1st down, picking up some key yardage.
Ready. Hurt. Right there, hurt.
Off the play fake. Far. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for third down. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Straight ahead, Gibson. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. This defense for the Bears, they were quite formidable in the win over Philly a week ago.
And what keyed their victory? The pass rush. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks, and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well. Hard to throw the ball downfield when all you're seeing is opposing jerseys come at you.
Short completion, just 4 yards, and now we've got a 3rd and 4.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. Back to throw. Far. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's going to have a Packers first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6. Well, that's not just his first, not his second, already his 3rd completion here on the opening drive. And I think it's safe to say that getting him the ball in this game, one of their top priorities.
And a top priority for the defense has got to be finding ways to cover him. And I don't think you can have one basic coverage to get it done. You have to throw a number of coverages at him, make him think as he's running downfield, and hope you can create a little bit of havoc.
Calling a gain of 3 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and handle it a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
On first down, right back to Gibson. Down at the 25.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Off play action. Far. Looking left sideline, incomplete. Finally an incompletion. He was 5 of 5 before that last throw to start this game.
So he is human. All right, so we found out after the way he began, okay, he can have an incompletion here or there. But I love what they've done right from the word go. They just need to pay it off with a touchdown now.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, that play there was certainly a scouting report special because coverage was all too aware that this close to the end zone, he's going to become a bigger weapon for that offense. And they were there to help force the incompletion.
Joseph's got it. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So both teams come away with points on their opening drives, and they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Early on, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Eric Stokes. And the Packers are going to take over at their own 41.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
They'll start on the ground with Gibson.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. And this one's incomplete.
Speed is the name of the game when it comes to RPOs, and sometimes you can be a little too quick, thus inaccurate, incomplete.
They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. Play clock down to 5, and they're going to burn a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Far. Wide open receiver complete. Touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year.
And the Packers have moved out in front. Joseph connects on the extra point.
And the lead is now 10-7.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe give him a couple easy throws that he can complete and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
Yeah, it's still in the first half here, a long way to go.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw.
Throws the out route and completes it to Samuel.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
I really like the vision he displayed on that play because he saw there wasn't a lane to completely break off a huge gain. So he found where there was the most space and got what he could. A nice dirty run that's a positive play for the offense.
2nd and 4. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Touchdown, Chicago. A big play there. With his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Bears have regained the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 14-10. The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. There have been points on the board. We just saw back-to-back touchdown drives. I love it. I'm high-fiving our statistician, Christian McLeod, and you're angry. You're a defensive guy.
If you met one of my defensive coordinators, God rest his soul, I'm surprised he isn't in this booth right now wanting to really take you on. This is not football the way he sees it. He wants a good old-fashioned kicking game, defense, field position, and we're getting an up-and-down-the-field game here.
I'll take him. Where's his tombstone?
Boot Hill, baby.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
On 1st down, Farr completed out left to Dobbs. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. 2nd and 5. A give up the middle to Gibson. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I like to keep carrying it, thank you.
This offense on 3rd down today, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll run with Gibson. And this will be a Packers 1st down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
Brad, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. On the counter, Gibson. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Let's go.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Ready.
Gibson again. Gibson gets hit, and he fumbles it. And I think the Bears have recovered. They have. He has been a workhorse for them in this game, and ball security hasn't been an... And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down. Operating from the gun. Farr trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jaquan Brisker. And the Bears will take over here just shy of the 30.
CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a first down. He's been the forgotten man in this first half. Not a guy you want to forget. Not only his first catch, first time they've targeted him.
That doesn't make any sense, does it?
Not
because those are the types of plays that he provides. When he does come alive, when they do look his way, not only is it a big catch, it's a first down.
They'll get this up to the 47 and brought down there. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. On play action, they'll throw. And he'll just get rid of it.
Well, to me, there is no question about the intent there, and I think he was a little fortunate that the penalty flag didn't come out for grounding. But he'll get away with it and get another shot on 3rd down.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Looking to throw.
He'll get that complete to his tight end, Kmet.
And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers 40. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first. Back to throw now on 1st down.
And again, back to Kmet. And they're going to move it down inside the 25. Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-bodied tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now coaches want them to catch the football first. On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow, and he didn't on that play.
So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver.
A nifty move on the run, but ultimately stops short of the goal line down at the 2.
A nice play design there with a touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
They'll look to run with Dillon.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. Through a couple of plays, this Green Bay defense is held strong. Now it's 3rd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. They push forward, but I don't think it's enough. He's going to be about a yard short. So we reach halftime with the visiting Bears out on top here. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Packers set to get the football first, and they are trailing on the scoreboard as we resume action, ready for the 3rd quarter. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline. First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
On 2nd down, here's Gibson again.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
65 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
That one definitely helps as they try to push the ball down the field here, trailing early in the 3rd quarter.
And even though they're trailing, not abandoning the running game. People may call it an adjustment. I think it's just much more sticking to what works for you and continuing to have faith in it. And the running game is starting to pay off.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
Couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that can really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave them with a 3rd down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 23. And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. Back to throw. Far. This is brought in by Gibson. Room here to run. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle. But they allow the conversion. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now a pass dumped off to his running back. And he is going to lose yardage here. Despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on 1st down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
And that will be incomplete. Oh, he left that one in a bad spot, but fortunately it's just an incompletion and not picked to bring up fourth down.
The kick by Joseph is good. And the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13.
So they were facing the deficit coming out of the locker room at intermission, and at least they're able to get the field goal to cut into that deficit.
Yeah, now your offense feels pretty good about itself, right? A little bit more up to speed coming out of the break. You turn to your defense now and say, hey, we got 3 there. We're chipping into the lead. Can you help us out? Hold them. Let's get the ball back for us.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
19 tight, 19 tight. Go.
Now a play fake here on first down. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Now back to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Eric Stokes.
And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown.
So this whole game gets flipped on its ear right there. The interception, return for a touchdown, and this lead changes hands here in the third quarter.
And it certainly felt like this defense had a read on what was going on the offensive side of the ball and said, let's cut down our coverage a little bit. Let's be in a position to make a play on the ball. And, boy, that sure turned out well for them.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
They'll look to throw now on first down.
And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
They tried to make something happen, but that one came up incomplete and really wasn't a good-looking throw.
Yeah, maybe even go as far as to call that a little ill-advised.
Yeah, I would say so. I think that's the right phrase for it. Definitely ill-advised. Just wonder about his mechanics right now, and that's the tough part. You do so much stuff in practice to make it repetitive, but it has to repeat under pressure, whether it's pressure from the defense or just the pressure of playing the game.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down.
Open man completes it to Claypool.
And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 31-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10, down at the 31. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Touchdown, Bears!
Chase Claypool.
31 yards.
And the Bears have retaken a third-quarter lead. Todd Bowles leaving his offense on the field. They're going to go for 2 here.
They'll look to throw. And he's got it. The try for 2 is successful, and it pushes the lead up to a field goal. The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And they're able to get this one across the 35. He has a first down, and that catch will also put him over 100 yards receiving now in the afternoon. A handoff for Gibson. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Looking to throw. Far.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked by Logan Wilson. And the Bears are going to take possession of the football. Boy, he had to fit that into a pretty tight window over the middle. And, Charles, I think they were in zone defensively, weren't they?
They certainly were. Nice read on your part. And sometimes the quarterback isn't fooled between zone and man. Sometimes you're fooled by the type of zone that...
And this is caught. Touchdown. A great play there. 48 yards.
And the Bears are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Point after, right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Throwing again. Far. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked by Kendall Fuller.
And the Bears are going to take possession of the football.
Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Montez Sweat with the tackle.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the 3rd quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the 4th quarter.
Touchdown, Bears! Curtis Samuel, 25 yards for the touchdown.
And the Bears get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
3 quarters have come and gone. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Back to throw. Far. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. Off the play fake. Far. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that's caught inside the 30. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. A great effort there. 67 yards. And the Packers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away.
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
He's got a man, complete. A huge play there for Chicago. 68 yards. And that looked almost to be a case of, a quarterback saying, hey, I'm going to throw this as far as I can and hope you run under it. Mission accomplished.
And he made that look effortless, didn't he? I mean, he's had a great game throwing the football. This is going to add to his yardage total in a big way. It's one thing to be accurate on your short and intermediate throws, but when you're hitting the bombs like those, look out.
And to put a bow on it, next-gen stats saying that traveled an even 66 yards in the air.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Hands it off out of the gun. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5, but they do keep him out of the end zone, and now it's 4th down. Defense keeps him out of the end zone there. Now, will they go for it? And if so, can they do it one more time?
Yeah, I just don't know if it's worth it going for it, because what we've seen from the defense so far, every gap is taken care of. Everyone is sound in their coverage. No one is breaking free, and those ball carriers are getting tagged. If I were them, I'd think very hard about just taking 3 points and taking their dignity and moving on.
And the ball's at the 2, spotted at the 2. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. From a yard out. And the Bears are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is up to 18 now.
Bears 23, Packers 25.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their third straight defeat. Finding space at the 40 and past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down. Operating from the gun. Far. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Now a throw here to his running back. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A good-looking drive for the Packers so far. It's a first down. Again, he'll drop the throw. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. Shotgun handoff to Gibson. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
This offense so far on third down, they've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Hold it ready.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Bears are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Hey, pass. Ready.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Sideline throw. It's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. It's a gain of 9 yards. And now it's 3rd and 3.
Ready.
They'll try and run for the first with Dillon. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. This will be fielded at the 17. That'll be a 50-yard punt with 8 on the return. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. How big is that penalty? Wipe out the INT.
You'd hate to be the teammate that caused that penalty and wiped out the interception. You got to face that guy in the locker room. Not a lot of fun for you, and you hurt your squad.
Throwing on first down. Farr. That's out to the flat for Gibson. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that will bring up second down.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 45-yard line.
Looking to throw. Farr. Back to Gibson and another catch for it. On the move past the 40. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in.
That's a good bounce back play right there after taking a sack on first down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th. But a nice first down. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back in the 24. To throw on second down. Farr. It's complete to Brown, right side. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. On third down, here's an option play left. And a timeout coming in. This will be their final one with 10 seconds remaining.
A 3-yard loss on the play. It's 4th.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Bears will get the football back. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
So he'll take a knee here to wrap this one up, and he's going to want to keep that game ball. He was sensational. So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears, and maybe more importantly,